Welcome to Nac Edition. I'm Elena Walker. Today we will find out what are the causes of power and water outages around campus. And when we return, we will learn more about the new telescope program at Public Library and beginning classes at Glass Castles. For this and more, stay tuned. Nac Edition starts right now. The power outages have become common across campuses after we had 3 on the same week, leaving students uncertain of what is to come in the future. Jesse will tell us more.
SFA students have been wondering what is behind all the power outages in the last 3 weeks. Stephen F. Austin State University has suffered 3 power outages since the start of the school year. This occurred Monday, September 11th, Tuesday, September 12th, and Friday, September 15th. But what has been causing the blackouts at SFA? I asked Lee Brutin, the director of the physical plant, who redirected us to Shirley Luna, the executive director of the university's marketing communications. Luna said the cause of the power outage of the 11th is unknown. She let us know the 6-hour outage was caused by a transmission line that belongs to SFA, but it is inside a substation that is owned and operated by the energy provider, Encore.
And so we had to give them time to get to campus, and then because that particular system is so high-powered, it's high-powered voltage, it has to be repaired by a high-voltage repair person, somebody that's certified to do that.
The construction crew working near the STEM building caused the final outage. A construction worker drug a piece of concrete over an underground transmission line. There is one more outage expected possibly this week to repair the substation owned by Encore. A new piece has been ordered to replace the part that failed. The planned outage will be announced in advance, and it is most likely to happen during the weekend when the least amount of power is used on campus. Something that worries some students is what would happen if the outages were to happen during meal times.
You know, it might be kind of a sandwich in a box type of thing, but the university would always make sure that students had access to food, you know, during meal times, and, you know, just do everything that we could to make, you know, maybe an unfortunate situation as pleasant as possible.
According to Luna, the announcement will be sent to the students' emails. Luna recommends signing up to Jack Alerts as it is the best way to be aware of what is going on in the SFA campus. I'm Jessie Valladares for Nac Edition.
But power is not the only thing that has been in the students' mind after power outages and gas leaks. The SFA campus dorms has now experienced their water being cut off. This last month has created so much concern for students. Just last week, dorm halls on SFA campuses, such as Kerr, North, Griffith, Steen, and Hall 10, all experienced their water being turned off late into the day. Many students complain about the inconvenience of not being able to care of their personal hygiene, and a lot of word is circulating about where students' tuition is going and if that has anything to do with this problem at all. The halls went without water for only a few hours, but it was enough time to cause quite a stir. Moreover, it is another addition to incidents that students have faced since the semester has started. Whether or not this new dilemma has expanded outside of the campus is unknown. There is no definitive answer as to why or how the water turned off in several residence halls, and there is no way to determine if it will be something residents can speculate in the near future. However, even though the campus has raised concern from students, this may be something that will not be a reoccurring issue. If it happens to occur again, it should be urgent for someone in authority to make a statement. Some sad news spread across campus last week. A recent unfortunate event has left the Lumberjack Marching Band down a member and students across the SFA campus in sorrow. On the evening of Wednesday, September 20th, 18-year-old freshman Caleb Gibbs was killed in a car accident. According to CBS 19, the collision happened around 11:20 p.m. on Highway 315 in Pinona County. Gibbs failed to navigate a curve and crashed into an oncoming truck pulling a semi-trailer. The other driver was not injured. Gibbs of Carthage, Texas, had just started his career here at SFA as a music major. He played the baritone in the Lumberjack Marching Band and had planned to rush the music fraternity Beta Gamma Omega. A service was held on Sunday, September 24th in his hometown. Our thoughts and our well wishes go out to his family and his friends during this time. The Nacogdoches and Lufkin Model Airplane Clubs came together this weekend to provide the community and participants with spectacular showing of aerobics and had few other events during the festivities as well. Nick Walker got the scoop on the 7th annual fly-in. Let's take a look.
To riding in a full-size aircraft or watching participants use their model aircraft to put on a show, there's just about anything you can think of to enjoy here at the 7th annual Nacogdoches Model Aircraft Show.
The event kicks off fall with things for every type of festival goer. You can get a ride on a vintage fighter plane that the coordinator himself tells you can have a chance at flying for a donation.
They get, the pilot has to take off and land, but as soon as he gets away from the runway and the airport area, he will turn it over to the person riding and let them give it a try.
The show just implemented a new drone racing event in which competitors race one another with high-powered drones using hypersensitive controls that are visually linked through a high-definition headset.
We're starting to get some drone racers in the club. But, I mean, it takes time. But now that they're having their event over there, I'm hoping we'll see some of those guys that came out here go ahead and join up.
Of course, the main attraction is the remote control aviators who dazzle the crowds with spectacular displays of aerobatics. Drew Thompson knows what he wants people to take away from the event.
Just a wow effect, because, the first time I saw one of these events, I was living in Beaumont, and I just shook my head at what the pilots could do.
This is Nicholas Walker reporting for Nac Edition, flying it back to you in the studio.
After the break, we'll hear about the library's new programs available to the community. Also, where to learn new skills this fall. Nac Edition will be right back. Ever wanted to take a closer look to the night sky? Now you'll have the chance, thanks to the new lending program at the Judy B. McDonald Library. Lucy Briones will tell us more.
Nacogdoches Library is excited to tell the community about their new lending program.
The Nacogdoches Library will begin a lending program where the community can check out a telescope to see what's in the night sky, like constellations cast above, which can be found in the night sky this week. Norman Markworth, a physics professor at Stephen F. Austin, had a discussion with some of the community about how to use a telescope and what they're made of. Brian Wilson, a longtime library goer, donated several telescopes to the library for the lending program. The type of telescope is Orion Starblast 4.5 Astro Reflector Telescope. This telescope is very common for beginners who want to learn astronomy. This library had started to expand and promote their activities to encourage the community to come and participate in the fun. This program will provide children the ability to look at the stars and moon up close and learn more about astronomy. The lending program would not have been possible if it was not for Brian Wilson. He began to research what he can do to help the library and how he could involve astronomy.
Our family comes to the library pretty much every day, and we really enjoy everything that they do, and so I thought, well, if we could help the library do something with astronomy, that'd be great.
he discovered that there are some libraries across the United States that have telescope lending programs, which allows you to check out a telescope for an entire week so you can explore the stars, moon, and planets. For more information, please visit their website at ci-nacedocious.texas.us. This has been Lucy Briones for Nac Edition.
But that is not the only thing the public library is offering. One Book, One City is the new program that hopes to bring the community closer together. Haley Mendez will give us more details about it.
During the month of October, the Judy B. McDonald Public Library is doing an event called One Book, One City. This month-long celebration will be focused on the novel True Grit by Charles Portis. Crystal Hicks, Assistant Library Director, tells us a little more.
We're working on One Book, One City, and it's our first year of doing this initiative. And it's a literacy initiative, but it's also focused on community engagement. And so we're taking this project out to a bunch of different organizations and businesses all around town.
This event is free and for everyone around the Nacogdoches community.
One of our driving forces behind this is that no two people read the same book. And so we feel like if we give out copies of this book and then have a series of discussions focused on that book, then we can sort of see each other in a different way.
If you're interested in being part of One Book, One City, you can pick up your copy of True Grit at the Judy B. McDonald Public Library or call them at 936-559-2970 for more information.
Every year we want to try something fresh and new and maybe reach somebody that wouldn't have picked up that book otherwise.
For Nac Edition, this is Haley Mendez.
Have you ever wondered how those beautiful pieces of stained glass windows at your church get made? Well, Glass Castles teaches you everything you need to know about glasswork. The Stained Glass Studio provides quality repair and restoration services from lamps and boxes to windows and doors. Owners Teresa and David Darby offer beginning stained glass every Thursday night from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Step-by-step instructions are given in stained glass safety, glass cutting, soldering, and finishing glass. The class is designed for ages 9 and up. It usually takes 2 classes or 4 hours to complete a piece. Advanced classes are also offered throughout the year, as well as Kids Stained Glass Summer during the class. Class fees can range from $75 to $140, including supplies. If making glass just isn't for you, they have one-of-a-kind gift shop. You can buy unique artisan crafts from a variety of artists. The gift shop also showcases stained glass jewelry, acrylic pens, and lamp work. Special arrangements for a studio tour can be made. A tour or stained glass demonstration lasts 1 hour and the cost is free. You can see some of their work here in Nacogdoches at First Christian Church and Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Glass Castles is located downtown at 323 East Main Street. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Here is the story behind aprons almost 100 years old and the recipes that go with them.
Bring your friends and family and join us at the Stone Fort Museum this Friday, September 29th for a very special event. Aprons and recipes tied up with memories. The apron is an artifact that both documents changes in fashion and domestic work. Aprons connect diverse groups through shared experience. These rather simple pieces of cloth invoke powerful memories of family celebrations, friendly gatherings, hard work, and most importantly, great food. Many of us associate an apron with a particular family member, a certain time, or even a smell, like your grandmother's apple pie. Through these experiences, we find common ground across generations and communities. Curator Carolyn Spears explains how it all came together.
This exhibit, Apron Chronicles, a patchwork of American recollections, was put together by Ellen Ann Geisel and a photographer friend, Christina Logia. Ellen Ann, early on in her life, began to collect aprons and At some point she realized she had not only a lot of aprons, but a lot of stories about aprons. And so then she began to purposefully go about collecting oral histories of folks who remembered their grandmother's apron, their mother's apron, aprons that they'd used during their life. She put all of those stories and photographs by Christina together into an exhibit.
So stop by to hear stories and share some of your own. You'll even have a chance to make your very own apron. I'm Jamal Hamilton for Nac Edition.
The Hispanic Heritage Month kicked off a fiesta with full color and food to share with everyone from SFA and the community. Let's check it out.
The Organization of Latin Americans at SFA is celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month with the community. HOLA is the Organization of Latin Americans. Their main goal is to endorse unity, equality, and empowerment among all students. They seek to promote the Latin American culture between campus and the community. They started the celebration of the Hispanic Heritage Month by organizing a fiesta. The event took place Thursday, September 21st at Raguez Street in the SFA campus. Even though the event seemed threatened by the weather, the group was not discouraged and went through with the celebration. HOLA had a cultural, informative gallery of all the Latin American countries. Tostadas de tinga, they also had games like loteria, followed by a jalapeno eating contest for those feeling brave. The winner received a shirt from HOLA. The event was run by food and music. Eunice Arce is the president of HOLA. She shared with us what it means to her to have an event like this fiesta.
It means a lot to me as president. That this is something I really wanted to do. My parents are from Mexico, so I just want to support the Latin American culture and raise awareness about it.
HOLA meets every Tuesday at 7 p.m. in the multimedia room on the second floor of the Baker Particular Center. I am Jessie Valladares for Nac Edition.
Stay tuned. Nac Edition will be right back with weather and sports.
Hello, and welcome back to Nac Edition. I'm James Fowler with the weather. In the western part of the United States, it's as you would expect. In the Seattle and Oregon area, there are scattered showers. And in Southern California, throughout New Mexico and Arizona, expect stingy hot weather and mostly sunny. In the eastern part of the U.S., as Hurricane Maria is set to make landfall either tonight or early tomorrow morning, expect heavy rains and thunderstorms throughout the northeastern part of the U.S. And Hurricane Maria is still making his presence felt as Florida, Georgia, and Alabama are still experiencing storms and scattered showers. In our local weather, in the Dallas and Austin, through the Dallas and Austin area, it is going to be showers and mostly cloudy. In East Texas, Tyler and Longview, stingy hot weather, a high of 88 in Tyler and 92 in Longview. Moving down to Nacogdoches, there is a 40% chance of rain tonight and early tomorrow morning. Expect scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Let's move on to the 5-day forecast. Wednesday, tonight, expect 88 degrees as a high and 68 as a low. Thursday, moving into early morning, there's a 40% chance of rain again with a high of 87 and a low of 67. This weekend is going to be a beautiful weekend as it is mostly sunny with a high of 85 on Friday, low of 60 and a high of 83 on Saturday with a low of 56, and mainly sunny with some clouds on Sunday with a high of 83. Here's a couple things to keep on your calendar. The Apron and Recipes is Friday 1 to 8 p.m. at the Stone Fort Museum. And the Young Adult Art Club is Saturday 2:30 to 3:30 at Judy B. McDonald. This weekend, parents do remember to come out. It is SFA Parents Weekend, and the Lumberjacks take on McNeese, and I'll kick it to Isaac for sports.
Good afternoon. With your East Texas Sports Update, I'm Isaac Niederauer.
The Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks shocked fans around the Southland Conference by picking up a massive road victory this weekend in Abilene. SFA dominated the Abilene Christian Wildcats defensively and returned to Nacogdoches on Saturday night as the only 2-0 team in the league. It did not happen without a cost. Junior quarterback Foster Sawyer, the transfer from TCU, re-injured his knee while scrambling in the second quarter. During his weekly press conference on Monday, head coach Clint Conk remained ambiguous about Sawyer's status going forward.
Yeah, we'll know more on Foster today, sometime later today, maybe at the latest tomorrow. Obviously, did not finish the game, didn't finish the first half. And I was really proud of Jake coming in. You know, your ones take, 70% of the reps during the week, and found a couple things that he was comfortable with. And then I think, every quarterback's best friend, regardless of experience, is a good run game. And I thought that, we ran the ball effectively at times.
Sources inside the SFA program have indicated to Nac Edition since then that Sawyer will likely have knee surgery that will end his season next week. Sawyer arrived in Nacogdoches this past January and immediately injected energy into a program searching for a new signal caller after the graduation of former starter Zach Conk. He had a strong spring where he was able to showcase the arm strength and decision-making that made him a 4-star high school recruit out of All Saints in Fort Worth. Sawyer spent his first 3 years in college using a red shirt during one of them at Texas Christian University in his hometown. Looking for an opportunity to start in his final 2 years of eligibility, Sawyer made the decision to become a Lumberjack. The high hopes for the season were dampened this summer when Sawyer re-injured his knee during a water skiing accident over the 4th of July weekend. Despite being diagnosed with a grade 3 tear of his MCL ligament, Sawyer elected not to have surgery in hopes that he could play this season. He did starting SFA's second game against Southern Utah and again a week later in a victory over Incarnate Word. Unfortunately, his injury this weekend may well be the last look we'll have at his abilities until the 2018 season. Redshirt sophomore quarterback Jake Blumrick filled in effectively after Sawyer's injury and will get the start this weekend as the Lumberjacks take on McNeese in Nacogdoches. It's been a year and a half since former Texas A&M assistant basketball coach Kyle Keller was named the leader of the Lumberjacks program at Stephen F. Austin. Keller took the reins of a program hot off 3 straight runs in the NCAA tournament and was named head coach in large part because of his recruiting prowess. Keller became a top-level recruiter in the basketball world during stops in College Station and prior, working in Kansas and Oklahoma State. As we near the 2017-18 season, the fruit of his first full recruiting class is finally just weeks away from taking the court. The headliner among them, freshman point guard Cameron Mack from Austin, who became a high-level recruit while playing for the AAU circuit in Houston. Our Lathan Washington caught up with Mack this week. Let's take a look.
Meet Cameron Mack, the 6'3" freshman point guard that has basketball fans ready for this upcoming season. You can usually find him working out and joking with teammates. Mack was ranked one of the best guards in the state of Texas, receiving offers from Baylor, Louisville, TCU, and Boise State, but chose the Lumberjacks over the Power 5 conference. The high school career of Max was a show as he made crowds stand up on their feet as he was breaking ankles and making defenders look silly. Mack graduated from Christian Life, a prep school in Kingwood, Texas, a suburb outside of Houston where NBA star DeAndre Jordan also attended. The decision to attend Christian Life was not intended in his plans, though.
I had a situation about my grades, so I had to classify, so that's why I really went to a prep school.
That forced Mack to graduate a year later, but the summer before, while playing for one of the top AAU teams in Texas, the Houston Defenders on the EYBL circuit, Mack learned a very valuable lesson.
It taught me to stay humble, a lot of people dream to go on planes in different cities to play basketball around the country, and I was fortunate to go do it, so, I'm just blessed and I'm just staying humble, just keep working, stay in the gym.
Gaining that experience going into Christian Life matured him for his last year of high school ball. One game he brought his team down from 20 points with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That was was a challenge for me because one of my teammates broke his foot. That was a key player to our team, so I just had to maintain, take over the game, and that's what I did.
And for his expectations here,
I want to go past the Sweet 16. I feel like our team this year could go to Elite 8 for sure. Like our team, we all come together. We got a good team this year, good coaches. So if we stick with it, we can get to the Elite 8. That's where that's my main goal. That's what I want to come do. Like set the record. You know, Thomas did a great job putting us on the mark. Now I just want to just keep it going. You know, just keep pushing, making us go even farther. So yeah, that's what I want to do this year.
For Nac Edition, I'm Lathan Washington.
The Lumberjacks season in early November on the road at Longwood. We'll look forward to watching Cameron Mack as a star is born in purple and white. A Stephen F. Austin coach hit a milestone last weekend to join elite company among peers in the nation. Lady Jacks volleyball coach Debbie Humphreys won her 650th game on Saturday, taking out Northwestern State by a score of 3-1. Humphreys, who has led the Lady Jacks since 1987, is in her 30th year in Nacogdoches and is now just one of 15 active coaches in the nation with more than 650 wins. Humphreys has been named Southland Conference Coach of the Year 5 times during her career at SFA in 1992, 1994, 2004, 2006, and 2014. Her teams have gone to the NCAA tournament 4 times, the last time occurring in 2006, and the Lady Jacks have consistently been an annual contender among peers in the Southland Conference. Hailing from Rochester, Illinois, Humphreys earned her bachelor's degree at Texas Tech University in Lubbock, where she played volleyball herself for the Lady Raiders. The Lady Jacks in 2017 are off to a blazing fast start, at one point owning the nation's longest active winning streak in the nation, and currently one of just 3 teams still undefeated in the nation. The Lady Jacks returned to action against Northwestern State as they traveled, or in Houston as they traveled to the Huskies of Houston Baptist. Make sure you check out that matchup to see the Lady Jacks' own legend. Well, that's going to do it for sports today. Here's Elena Walker.
Thank you so much, Isaac. It's so great hearing about the Lady Jacks' success. Well, guys, that's all we have time for today. This has been Nac Edition. I'm Elena Walker. See you next time.